Do a review and a revamp of my SAR gear. Trying to get the LBV down here, my Camelbak Delta 5, to work with my Coaxsher pack. I had to strip off most of what you see from about here, the orange, over to here. All of that came off the back. I had to take the duty belt off the bottom edge of it as well. So just going over it. That's my rope rescue gear with beaners, 4-bar belay device, some prusik cord and harness. And that usually goes in this Coaxsher pack, which I really like. I have a rope bag with about 25 meters of 13 mil static line. This is my Delta 5 vest, which I wear most of the time for search and rescue purposes. I have 3 liters of hydration. Now we've changed out seasons. We're into winter, so basically what we're looking at here is some glow sticks, pencil, and a saw for occasional cutting of crap. In here is the ever ready or ever needed, or hopefully not ever needed, bear mace. I got a roly-poly here that I can fold down and use for whatever. Normally in that roly-poly there is that smoke flare. Here I've got a multi-tool. It's just a Leatherman, nothing fancy, just a basic Leatherman. I think 200 was the model. I used to have a small flashlight in here, my Bear Bell. Anybody know the difference between black bear shit and grizzly shit? Yeah. Grizzly shit's full of little bells. So tape measure for tracking purposes, so I can measure my tracks. It's tucked in behind. Inside my pockets here. This is hard to do with one hand. Flagging tape, of course, for flagging. Time to throw some garbage out. A couple of different kinds so I can mark whatever I need to. That's always needed. I guess it's winter, I don't need that now. So again, this is part of the redo for packs. Seasonal. Just a tip, for those with flagging tape, what I do is I take a soldering iron and I melt the one side in 2 places, and you'll see that the flagging tape doesn't undo. It just comes off as you need it, and it takes a little pop, goes to the next one, so it doesn't continually unravel. It's a really good system. Works awesome. I'm sorry for the jiggly. I'm breaking the, forget the flagging tape. Alright, so I gotta do something about this. It works better. Now I'm a big eater. I eat a lot of food on the go, so I tend to have food in various locations. So there's my beef jerky, 5-hour energy, and granola bar, and clinometer. I got a really nice Sun 2 clinometer, and I guess it's looking like it's been damaged here. I don't know how. I'll have to see if I can look at that, fix it up. My tracker card, my ID, and then a whistle for emergencies, eyeglass, it's just a lens cleaner. This goes on the Camelbak. When I take it out of here, there's a Camelbak in here, we'll get to that. That goes on to seal it so you can transport it without leaking. Safety glasses, I don't know what the heck that is. Oh, anti-fog, another lens cleaner. My Gerber knife. I think I'm going to go to an LKM2 or whatever it is, the other Gerber. I really like this Maxpedition bag here on the front, because we're always using different things like GPS and stuff like that. Speaking of which, I'm just going to show you roughly how it sits, but you'll see the GPS clasp there, and my PN60 normally rests right there, clips in. I'm not going to do it right now, so that I always have my GPS on with me. I took it off while I'm doing all this work. But this Maxpedition bag is really neat. I've got, how many are in here now? Probably at least a dozen. What do we got? Well, there's 6 in there, and there's another 8 or so total in the plastic case. So I've got a lot of spare batteries, always. And of course, first aid. But this isn't just first aid, this is just light duty first aid, nothing major. But it's well stocked. And a couple of books for writing stuff. Your basic first aid needs. Some sanitizer, different things. I've got my incident command structure, and then a notebook. And I use this one for tracking. I did some special work with this. So what I've done, tracking usually uses a tracking card, and we draw out the footprints. So as you can see, for practice, there's different types that I've had to sketch out here in different looking units. Can make some notes, but I've created a special, it better be in here. It better be. This is my, uh-oh, stuck in here. That's interesting. There. So instead of tracking cards, I can make whatever foot I find first, be it left or right. I can start by making an outline and drawing and writing all the information I can about it on the other side, and then I can flip the page on the same one, of course, if I find the right foot then, for example, and do that. And this is just strictly for tracking purposes. I also have a roamer card for maps. Okay. It has different scales, different information on it. It's actually a really worthwhile item. If you don't have a roamer card in your SAR pack, I'd highly recommend you get one. But this little device here saves me a lot of time, allows me to as you can see, I print off a fairly good size picture. It allows for a little more detail, a little more information. You can write on the side the width, the heel, the length. It really provides you a lot more. So I've decided that that's going to be my standard, and that's just the way it is for me. I'll put that back in there. Now, it's probably not recommended for first aid, but this is a really cool item. You're out in the bush, you get something in your eye, it's a royal pain in the butt. I'm going to see if I can hold this and do this one-handed. Okay. There's the tip. And I don't know if I have anything here that'll... Yeah, I probably do, actually. So, putting it in like it belongs. Sort of like that. You'll see it's... No, not there. Not there. I'm going to have to find something that's... There we go. It's magnetic. It's magnetic. So you can get metal particles out of your eye. And the other end, and this is known as an eye sweep, as far as I know, the other end has a little piece of monofilament. And you just wipe off with alcohol so it's nice and clean, and you can sweep the debris out of an eye in a second. And it's really, really a nice setup. So I keep that in my SAR pack at all times. I absolutely love it. Some people may not agree with it, but I've used it personally on myself many times. So I have no problem using it on another person if they're willing to allow me to. I usually hook my leather gloves on this. My belt, my duty belt's all the way around normally. And as you can see, the back is completely void of anything right now. It's got a full Molle back, other than one of my little clips that I use to hang stuff on. It's a piece of light rope or something like that. Nothing major. They're called grim locks, if I remember correctly. Let's go to the inside pocket on the other side and see what we have now. Oh, would you imagine that? I got flagging tape in here. That's hilarious. What else is in here? Who'd have thunk it? Looks like toilet paper to me. That's always handy, that stuff. And a lighter, you never know. Just a standard disposable Bic. So I guess I got too much flagging tape today. I don't know why I got that much in there. Nothing on the zippered pocket. And opening up my inside of the pack here, which it's probably time to do some cleaning. This is a backroads map of the Okanagan Valley, which is handy. I have a road flare. Some may wonder what the heck a road flare is for. Well, if you're stuck and you can't get a fire started at all, that is the #1 fire starter right there. Rain, shine, snow, sleet, it does not matter. It will light a fire. You got 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes of burn time. You'll pop the top off. I'm not going to do it here. And strike it, and you've got a controllable burn. What the cork is, there's a cork on this end. You can just sort of tell it's cork. There. I've got it taped on. There's a nail. So if you have to, you can... It's designed to stick on the road, but anyway, it's a safety feature so I don't pierce anything. But you've got 20 minutes of burn time doing this. And I'll tell you right now, you can light wet wood, dry wood, it doesn't matter. Big orange garbage bag for emergency, safety, whatever you want to call it. And in here is the Camelbak's reservoir. Now here I'm going to try this one-handed. Grimlock. Because this hasn't been cleaned for a while, so I probably should. So, I don't know how I can do this. No, I'm going to have to put the camera down. I don't think I can put it anywhere where I can be seen. I don't know. Maybe you can see what's going on there. I don't know. Try it. There. Now, that will carry. That will carry and not leak. And what this is a water filter for purification, so I can drop this thing in a muddy water, open that up, have it opened up, pour in, fill it full of muddy water, and I'm golden. No problems whatsoever. So I'll give that a bath. It hasn't been cleaned for a while. It's always kept with fluid in it. What else do we have? Oh, imagine that I'd have food in my pack down there. Emergency stash. That's it in there. Of course, these are the gloves here that you normally see on the S-ring on the front. Just clipped through that little hole there. They're just clipped on the front. A couple of gaiters from Mountain Equipment Co-op, knee pads, gloves for winter. That's real paracord. This is my food stash, my primary food stash. And in here I've got, what do I have? Oh, looks like beef jerky, power bar, soups, coffee. There'll be coffee in there for sure, including Starbucks. Another Cliff Bar, another protein bar, and some more beef jerky. That's on me all the time. That's that one. This one here is a bit of a survival kit. I probably have way more gear on this pack than I need. Water purification tablets, a phone card down in here. This is just a phone card with probably $5 on it, and also quite a bit of duct tape, orange duct tape. And in here is a signal mirror, an actual glass proper signal mirror that you can see, and on the back are the instructions, so you can look up and you'll see that it'll create a signal up there like that. So I keep that in this tin. I gotta put this down. that's in there. That's oh, my spork. I got one of these for eating food or whatever I need it for. And then of course there's the hose. Where we are, hydration is critical. It's a desert climate in the summer, or it can be. So what that hose allows me to do is drink from a creek if I can't. If I can't get a drink out of a creek, because it's a weird spot, I can drop that hose down and suck out of a creek if I have to. I actually have a pump for my Camelbak that allows me to do that as well. In here is a fire kit like no other. There's fire cubes, there's twine, there's jute, there's everything I can imagine. There's magnesium starters, there's ready-made firewood, there's tinder, there's waterproof and windproof matches, there's a striker, there's probably more matches, a saw down in there, spare batteries, a lighter and another garbage bag, and a storm lighter right there. Hopefully, that should. That's a stormproof lighter, that one. So, that's in there at all times. I try to I believe that fire and water are the two critical things for survival. Absolutely most critical. I'll put this all back together later. Of course, we already discussed the GPS. It's a DeLorme. Personally, I have a Balefang, whatever this is, UV5R. Yeah, UV5R. Commercial band 134, 176, and UHF. I use that. This is my stream light. It's got super bright mode. And I can dim it down to 2 different modes, or I can strobe it, which is a nice feature. Tracking, you never know what you're going to come up against. I've got UV, which is kind of nice. This is my lamp for my low light 3D for tracking. Really nice, gives a easy on the eyes at night tracking. This is a Sawyer? No. Yeah, Sawyer, S-A-W-E-R. And this is an extractor kit. This is a snake bite kit with an old school one in there as well. So in the summertime, because of where we are, which is really nasty, I keep a snake bite kit in my pack at all times. Got a razor blade. We saw that. Musk oil. Radio pouch. This is a pair of pants and a jacket. Lightweight. Of course, my helmet. Holy cow. We just got a pellet stove in here. And it's really warm. Oh, I gotta open that up more, do I? Okay. This is a new kit for me. Have to bear with me for a minute. I gotta put the down. Hopefully it's not exploding. It is. So I don't want to open it all the way. They're all falling out. But this is my flare and bear banger kit. This is the pouch for this light here. Binoculars in that one. It's coming out. Pocket mask. Another radio pouch. That's fluorescent chalk for marking my footprints or sign that I find while tracking. And then of course I've got a Brunton compass in here as well. I believe it's a Brunton. Yeah, it's a mirrored compass like most everybody in SAR uses. Same idea. Mirrored compass, magnifier, declination adjustment, right there. So that's that. Tracking stick that I use, it's a folding one. Another first aid pack. I got water in here. There's a bar in here. Right now, this pack is normally my rope rescue gear pack. There's flagging tape in there somewhere along with other things. There's probably another flare in here too, if I remember right. There'll be food. I'm pretty sure there's food. Oh, there's something. Yeah, there's a fire kit. Oh, I see the lid came off again. There's a fire kit complete, like the other one. Striker and everything in it. And this is my 3C Streamlight flashlight offers 3 LEDs, 6 LEDs, or a standard incandescent. Looks like my bulbs are getting weak, or my batteries, so I better replace those. So I'll keep that out. I really like the Streamlight products. They're good, they're durable. You know, this one's lightweight, it's rechargeable, so once it does go out, it's out. You're kind of toast. But I do get a good burn time out of that. 3D cell battery, light for tracking. It's really nice. It's universal tracking services, light. I highly recommend it if you do any night tracking. So, I guess that's a review of my SAR gear. I'm not going to get into details on the harness and that. It's no point. And so I'm trying to figure out how to put that on the back of that, and it's not looking positive. So I'm probably going to find a way to get a Mars gear pack, which is about that size, and it adds 2 large pockets. I'm going to probably pick one up and try it, because I need to increase the capacity of this system a little bit so I can throw some extra clothes and such. What's in it? Maybe an extra undershirt and some socks or something. Yeah, socks would be really good, but some kind of additional clothing either for myself or for a subject. Also like to throw on my small winter sleeping bag, which I didn't bring out. It's not really a winter bag, it's just a small sleeping bag, but during the winter months I put it on here. It's about, well, it's not that big around. You know what? Yeah, it's not here. It's not much difference in size than that, but it offers some protection. Anyway, from here to here, and this, and of course all of that, and the emergency blanket, and the water, and everything up there is always on that vest there. I'm running about 40 pounds. So I think probably be running closer to 50. I might try and find a padded duty belt that attaches so it's more like a hip belt, because this is a little hard on a person. Anyway, that's a quick review of all my SAR gear. Thanks for checking it out.